All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great session with the presidential candidate of the fictional Common Sense People's Party. Now, after the Supreme Court judgment, which went in favor of the APC candidate TINUBU, it was expected that matters concerning the 2023 presidential election would have effectively been put to rest. But that was not what happened. We have seen APC supporters still all over the media trying to justify their victory, a feat that they can never achieve. It has now become abundantly clear that the burden of illegitimacy is one that this government will continue to carry. But on the other hand, the man who championed one of the greatest political movements in the history of Africa, the obedient movement, keeps growing bigger and bigger in fame and stature. From speaking at a world summit in Bangladesh to granting interviews in reputable universities all around the world, His Excellency Peter Obi has gone from being the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, he has gone from being the man of integrity who was rigged out by INEC, to a global political icon. What Peter Obi achieved with obedience in a space of 8 months has become a reference point in world politics. And in a press conference today, Obi reflected on the Supreme Court judgment, and he went ahead to tell the political class that this is just the beginning. He thanked the obedient family for the effort, and he gave them a massive charge for the future, a massive charge on the way forward. See the video.
It is therefore with great dismay that I observe that the court's decision contradicts the overwhelming evidence of election rigging, false claim of technical glitch, substantial non-compliance to the rules set by INEC itself, as well as matters of perjury, identity theft, and forgery that has been brought to light in course of this election matter. These are hefty allegations that should not have been treated with levity. More apparent, the Supreme Court's judgment willfully condoned breaches of the Constitution relative to established qualifications and parameters for candidates in presidential elections. With this counter-if judgment, the Supreme Court has transferred a heavy moral burden from the courtroom to our national conscience. Without equivocation, this judgment amounts to a breach of confidence Nigerians have in our judiciary. To that extent, it is a show of unreasonable force against the very Nigerian people from whom the power of the Constitution drives. As Democrats who believe in the rule of law, we recognize that the Supreme Court is the end stage of our quest for legal closure on this matter. As a party and candidate, Daddy and I have now exhausted all legal and constitutional remedies available to us. However, this end is only another beginning of our quest for vindication of hope of the common man for a better Nigeria. This year, 2023, has been quite remarkable and revealing. INEC displayed incompetence in the conduct of its statutory duties. The judiciary has largely acted in defiance of the constitutional tenets, precedents, and established ground rules. Political expediency has preceded judicial responsibility. A mechanical application of technicalities has preceded pursuit of justice and fairness. Both INEC and Supreme Court, as referees, respectively, shifted the goalposts in the middle of the game. Where the value and import of INEC and recent Supreme Court ruling ends is where our commitment to a new Nigeria begins. Our mission has been more about anchoring a new Nigeria, and it remains unchanged. In the new Nigeria, we aim to address our unmet needs by showing compassion for all those left behind by the present system. Going forward, we in Labour Party and the Obedient Movement are now effectively in opposition. We are glad that the nation has heard us loud and clear. We shall not expand the confines of our message of hope to the rest of the country. We will meet the people in their places where they feel pain and answer the needs for hope. At marketplaces, motor parks, town halls, boardrooms, university and college campuses, we will carry and deliver the message of a new Nigeria. It has one thing that has gladdened my heart in course of the struggle in the past 18 months. It is the passionate desire of our people, especially young Nigerians from across ethnic and minds, to construct a new and restructured Nigeria that will work for all Nigerians. The goal remains the light and abiding inspiration. Finally, I thank all Nigerians who believed in what is now only a revolution postponed. We deeply appreciate the unalloyed, non-partisan moral support millions of youths and ordinary Nigerians across ethnic, religious, geopolitical divides have continued to give Dati and I. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Nigerians who have supported this mission from the onset. We salute the leadership and members of the Labour Party, the Obedient Movement, the Obedient Presidential Campaign, Nigerians in diaspora, support groups, and all people of goodwill who work diligently and hoped for realization of the beginning of new Nigeria in this election cycle. Nigerians who supported our cause have done so out of patriotism and their sincere conviction that our nation requires and deserves dedicated and visionary leadership who will lead Nigeria toward a brighter future. The energy and dedication of Nigerian youth and Obedient Movement have been simply amazing. I want to assure them that this is not the end of our journey, but in fact, the beginning. Nigerians heard you, the world have taken note, and will not forget easily. We shall endure, persist, until we reach our destination, because new Nigeria is our destination.
You heard him. Now that was the summary of the World Press Conference held by His Excellency Peter Obi today. And if you ask me, I would say that was Peter Obi already saying he's going to run again in 2027. Does he have my support? Full support. I'll always be with Obi anytime he does anything. But I'm happy we now know, we all agree now that INEC and judiciary are totally compromised. So anyone running against the APC in 2027 cannot only focus on convincing the people to get their votes. You cannot only focus on convincing the people to vote against the APC. You know that even when they vote against the APC, INEC and judiciary are there to do the manipulation. So these parties have to put machineries in place to prevent those manipulations, because the people cannot come out, put in their effort, suffer to give you their votes, and then INEC will just change the whole thing. Already, about 25% of the people that voted in the last elections have sworn that they are not going to have anything to do with Nigerian politics anymore. The remaining 75% who might still want to engage will need assurance from these political parties that will be going up against the APC. What else do you have in place apart from us just going to vote at the polls? What have you done to prevent a repeat of what happened on the 25th of February 2023 and what followed at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal and at the Supreme Court? Those are the major questions that the people will be asking the Labour Party and any other person that wants to challenge the APC in 2027. Anyway, make I leave am here. Make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una na I dey here. So don't go away.